Hey, Patrick Daig here. Let's have some fun, talk about success a little bit, and talk outside the box just a little bit. I'd say most of my business career, I didn't exactly understand the true nature of success. In one of the training videos, I've talked about attributes of it. It's how you feel when you wake up in the morning, how you feel during the day, how you treat people. Of course, having money, great relationships, successful business ventures, those can all be attributes of success as well. But they are not success itself. Really, success is an inside job. Anything that's conditional for success is not true success. If success were conditional, that is, I'm successful if, i.e. the if-then equation, and if I firmly believed, as I used to for many, many years, that my success in life depends on how well I control the outside world, guess what? I do have a problem. I have noticed that the outside world is not totally controllable. Simply spoken, success is my inner core feeling of well-being, inner peace, balance, and self-empowerment. That is not conditional whatsoever. Meaning, of course, it's not conditional on what happens in the outside world, how my life unfolds, how much money I have in the bank. It derives instead from how I handle my internal energy, my internal thoughts. Now, for reasons I can't explain exactly, maintaining my core inner balance at all times seems to lead to or contribute to what is commonly understood as success in the outside world. Success in business, success in life, success in relationships. In fact, as I'll explain further, that's foundational. It's important, to me at least, to stay in that flow, to stay present now, no matter how well the business ventures are going or not going sometimes. Now, if you're one of the people listening to this who happens to agree that, yes, that is important, and not everyone does, the next question is, great, how do you get there? How do I maintain it? How can you maintain it? So I will share some of my practices with you, as well as a short personal story that in some ways gave me a jump start, although believe me, I don't recommend you take this particular path. So first, the short story. As a result of an accident where someone operating another vehicle made a major mistake, and unfortunately there was a fuel tank rupture, I ended up in a burn unit for about 3 weeks with severe burns on my legs getting skin grafts. There's a published letter to the editor I wrote from my hospital bed, which is included with the transcript for this video, along with a few other things. The whole thing was a rather painful process, and actually that's kind of an understatement. That was a good few years ago now, and I'm fine. So during the time I was in the hospital, I was certainly aware of being in pain. However, I also noticed that there was some part of me that really was okay despite the pain. It was a very interesting experience. And later in life, I realized that the same thing is true with regard to all of life's challenges. It seems there's this place within all of us that is always okay regardless of what's happening. Now, in my personal experience, that core-centered place is foundational. It really is the foundation on which to build a business, build relationships, build a life. For me, reaching and maintaining this place within is achieved in part by staying out of story, and by that I mean not getting lost in thoughts that are not only a waste of time, but frankly often disempower us. About 90% of thoughts, according to some teachers, are simply valueless. And I'll talk about that concept a bit more in a moment. Basically, it's just being present with what is without having thoughts and judgments in my head about why it is. So staying present with what's happening, and in part by trusting myself. That is, trusting that this core inner balanced place within me is moving in the right direction in life, and in the event that it doesn't, trusting that there's a gift in that for me as well. Now, yes, part of this is having a great attitude. However, it's beyond that. It really is core foundational inner presence. Should I find myself slipping out of this centered, balanced, and frankly powerful place within that we all have within ourselves, I'll take a conscious breath, notice what's happening around me, be aware of exactly what I'm doing, even though it might be incredibly mundane, even sometimes hold my hands out in front of me and just feel the energy, and then I come back to being in the flow. One of the biggest pieces or parts of this practice is to not get caught up in stories in your head. For example, thinking so-and-so was a rotten rascal, and I certainly don't get lost in anger. So the practice is really, for me, however, I recommend you try it yourself, maintaining the present awareness in the moment, not getting caught in stories. Another key practice, and one I'm very careful with, is to never complain. Sure, if you get served cold soup, ask the kitchen to heat it up, but don't make a complaint about it. Do not add an overlay of make wrong, whether it's cold soup or any of the myriad of other things that can seemingly go wrong in life. Simply deal with it, stay focused, and stay in your power. For me, reaching this place within, life just seems to flow so much better. It's an inner game. That getting the inner game right seems to manifest in the outer world. That's been my experience. So those are my suggestions about the nature of success. Don't allow yourself to be pulled off the course that you've set for yourself. Make course changes as appropriate, but stay focused and you can reach any goal whatsoever. This is Patrick Daig, and I'll see you on the next video.